In the summer of 1981, in a quiet suburb of Los Angeles, a storm was brewing. Not a storm of wind or rain, but of sound. Two young men, Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman, picked up their guitars and unknowingly changed metal forever. This wasn't about fame. It wasn't about glam. It was speed. It was brutality. It was rebellion. And the world was not ready for what would become Slayer. Slayer's early days were raw and feral. Their debut album, Show No Mercy, was recorded with almost no budget. But it didn't matter. The speed, the aggression, and the satanic imagery, it all hit like a hammer. Parents panicked, religious groups protested, and Slayer smiled. For them, this wasn't about pleasing anyone. It was about pushing limits, faster riffs, harder lyrics, more blood on stage. They weren't just playing metal, they were summoning it. In 1986, Slayer released Rain and Blood, clocking in at under 30 minutes. It became one of the most legendary thrash albums ever recorded. The opener, Angel of Death, a song about Nazi Dr. Joseph Mengele. The backlash was instant, but Slayer didn't flinch. With producer Rick Rubin, they honed their sound to a razor's edge. The speed was demonic. The vocals were a war cry. Slayer had arrived, not as rock stars but as villains, and they loved it. In the 90s, Slayer faced more than just critics. They were sued for allegedly inspiring real-life murder. One case, Elise Paula, became a media frenzy. Slayer's lyrics were called dangerous, but fans knew the truth. Slayer was theater. Darkness turned to music. As grunge rose and metal faded, Slayer stood tall. Albums like Divine Intervention and God Hates Us All proved their bite hadn't dulled. But behind the scenes, shadows were growing. In 2013, Jeff Hanneman, the soul of Slayer, died from liver failure. He had written the band's darkest masterpieces. Fans mourned. The stage felt empty, but Slayer didn't stop. Gary Holt joined in. The fire burned on their final albums. World, Painted Blood, and Repentless screamed with fury, but deep down something had changed. Slayer knew the end was coming. In 2018, Slayer announced their farewell tour. It wasn't a whisper, it was a roar. Cities flooded. Fans screamed. The pit never stopped. And in 2019, in Los Angeles, the city where it all began, Slayer played their final show. No tears, no fake encores, just fire. Slayer didn't fade. They detonated. Slayer was never about radio plays or red carpets. They were the pulse of darkness, the scream in your head, and long after their last chord rang out. Slayer lives in every riff, in every pit, in every metalhead who dares to go faster, louder, darker. This isn't just music. This was the packed metal made with the devil. We bring you metal stories no one else dares to tell. So if you want more, hit that subscribe button, join the tribe, and let's raise hell together.